I was going to do something beautiful in one of the parks, and we had to change tack because weather's like, oh yeah, it's just cloudy. Don't worry, it's just cloudy. It's just cloudy. It's Montreal. You don't like the weather? Wait an hour. So the weather shifted on us, and that's fine. It's all good. But the beautiful tower for the Olympic Stadium that holds the roof up, and you might even be able to see the cables. Yeah, you can just see the cables holding this up. So that is something kind of cool. All right. Well, speaking of cables and all of that, so I've been talking a lot about a whole bunch of different stuff, and doing a whole lot. And yeah, I wanted to kind of tie it together. It's funny because there's this whole idea of, yeah, well, these are all separate concepts and all of this, and like, there's so much to know. You know what? There isn't that much. Well, it can all be tied together. All right. So I'm going to give you one of the most interesting, common, unified themes right now. A lot of people go, well, this is my body, and then there is my brain, and then there is my mind, and this is my hand. And my hand is a cohesive unit. It is its own part, right? This is a hand. So the trick with this being my hand is this is not merely my hand. When you start getting down into it, and at its core, this represents a couple of 100 million. It represents a couple of 100 million cells, or maybe about, okay, let's go about 7 or 8 million cells, and they're not all the same. I've got skin cells. I've got blood, vascular system, bone, muscle, cartilage. They're all different cell types, and they're homogeneous communities that live in an interconnected space. And somehow, from my brain, it sends impulses down, and this meta consciousness that is my mind that decides that I want to move my hand can go in and choose to move, can choose to influence whole strains, millions of cells, and cause my finger to move. But it all comes down to electrical impulses, which is energy. All energy is wavelength, and everything, and I mean everything, from that tower to the air between me and that tower to the cells in my hand, it's all vibrating. It's all vibrational. It's all wavelength. And what's really cool, when you really think about it, is there is absolutely nothing that you are part of everything. You are integrally connected to everything. Just as all the cells in your body are are communities that work in synchronicity and in mutual benefits. Yes, I love this. So what I think about is 5G vibration waves. Yes, in between that tower and me, or in between the tower, or throughout that sky, you're seeing light. You're seeing light reflected off me, and the camera takes that light. Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Let me go all out here. Light. The light reflects off me, goes to you, well, it goes to the camera. The camera turns it into electrical impulse. The electrical impulse goes from my iPad that I'm filming on to my cell phone, which goes into the 5G network, which goes out, and it goes to servers. And those servers take those electrical impulses and transmit them over the internet, over this incredibly, massively complex web of computers that are all just energy. And that energy gets transmitted to you, to the lovely two people who currently are watching this. Because I see the numbers. I don't see who you are, but I see how many of you there are. So, but when you're watching this later, figure that all of this in this area, in this blank space, there's empty space, there's nothing empty. Wavelengths. Whether it's visual spectrum, visual light, whether it's the sound that's going from my mouth to the microphone, to the cord that goes to the iPad, and again through to the phone and out over 5G, and that, all of it is connected. And the one thing that we cannot account for, we don't understand the wavelength for. I mean, there's a lot we don't understand. There's a lot we don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love science, but science looks at what's there. Even science hasn't been able to completely figure out what our consciousness is, what that wavelength is. But we know there has one. We know there is something there. I have a great question from Deb. Are the wavelengths dangerous? Depends on the wavelength. Microwave is incredibly useful when it's well contained. It can cook our food. It can even transmit over small distances. It's not that wavelengths in and of themselves are dangerous. It's more the incompatibilities between certain types of wavelengths. The idea that certain wavelengths, like microwave is great. It's fantastic. You don't want it directed at your skin. Definitely don't want it directed at your skin because it'll cook your skin. That's not because that wavelength will excite the other wavelengths. It'll cause them to accelerate, and acceleration causes heat, and heat causes damage. Well, in our cells anyway. Thankfully, we heal, but as we all know, it takes time. I've got another great comment. I love this. This complex web energy and delta waves, is it healthy? Is there something more healthy devices, tech practices? Oh, wow. You just gave me a whole other show. No, I'm serious. You gave me a whole other show right there. Our electricity grid works on alternating current. If we had listened to Nikola Tesla and followed his models infinitely more, we could have cleaner, healthier energy, sustainable to the nth degree ad infinitum. We could literally pluck the potential energy out of the atmosphere. There's always a charge. There's always lightning. There's always some form of static because clouds are always moving. There's always some form of static up there. We would actually be able to harness that and have that distribute in high frequency energy waves that would be distributed over forests of towers that could be up to a mile apart, and the space in between those towers would actually be really healthy for us. Are the wavelengths dangerous? Back to Deb's question, no, not inherently. Any wavelength in oversaturation, overexposure to quantity, yeah, it can be. It's all about how we elevate our focus. And by the way, anybody who tells you about meditation is talking about raising your wavelength. Whether you're talking about crystals, singing bowls, it doesn't matter. Finding your spirit guides, it's all about raising your personal vibration, your soul's vibration, which raises your mind, which raises your body, and everything. Tiramisu. That's where it comes from, the Italian. Tiramisu, lift me up, or pick me up. So all of this to bring you up. So it's incredible when you think about the fact that we are all interconnected. Now, our technology is fantastic. The cell phones we use, the computers we use, all of this, the fact that I, who am a mere commoner among, in a major metropolis, but, certainly not one of the biggest cities in the world, but definitely an important one, but not one of the biggest. I can get on my iPad and I can broadcast to all of you. I can broadcast internationally, like that, on a whim. Fabulous. We are all interconnected. And there's this line from the song from Oingo Boingo, Flesh and Blood, and it's and it all comes down to we look out for each other because no one else will. You know what? How about this idea that we use our technology? I mean, because you know what? We hear about the griping, the trolling, the grepping, the all of this, this hate speech and all of it. You know what? Let's raise our vibration together. It actually makes a huge difference. I've heard the phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you most associate with. Yeah. People who are a higher vibration than you lift you. Tiramisu, they bring you up. We want to bring people up. I don't want this to run all night because, God, I could talk about this for ages. Wavelengths are fantastic, but you know what? If you guys want to do more on this, if you guys want to have a roundtable or a discussion or whatever, if you want me to turn one of these lives into a longer segment where we can actually sit roundtable, like up to 10 people, and really talk about it and get the comments in and all of this, you know what? If you want me to turn this into an event, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up in the email. Yeah, the emails, you know what? I'm going to put the email back on screen. There we go. Hit me up in the email. Hit me up in the comments. We can do this. And it's Tuesday, 2 days away. Thursday, 9 p.m. If you guys want, I've got a couple of people in, but so far I want to make sure that I've got 2 places reserved. If you want to reserve your place for Thursday night's Jackbox trial, I'm going to do the regular show, and then at 9 p.m. I'm going to go live with 2 games. I was figuring a round of Dictionarium and a round of Quiplash. Maybe toss in a what's the other one? Not Quiplash. Deb, help me out here. Wait. What is this? Anyway, guys, if you guys want to tune in, you'll need 2 devices. You'll need one that can connect to, ideally, Twitch to get the game image, and you'll need one device that you can have a screen where you can see the game image, and then we can have up to 8 players. Fibbage, that's the other one. Thank you, Deb. Yes, we can do a round of Fibbage. That'll be Thursday night at 9 p.m. Hit me up, reserve your game spot. We can have up to 8 players and as many audience as we want. So, can't wait to try that out. If you can get on Twitch, even better. If not, I will be broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube, although I don't know what the lag is going to be like, so we'll find out. You'll need 2 devices, and you'll need 1 mobile device to be your controller, and you can do that from anywhere on Earth. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow live at 6:45, and have yourselves a great evening.